Another British classic from the 70s, a sports saloon that would genuinely crack the 100-mile-per-hour barrier. The Sprint version was the first British mass-produced car to sport a 16-valve 2-litre engine. Let's see what Mark thinks of the Triumph Dolomite.
Would you regard this as being a car that's got great looks and a real classic?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You've only got to look at the actual car itself, and you look at it and you think, that's sleek.
Yeah.
It looks it.
A 70s sports saloon.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. The equivalent of an 80s XR3i, something like that.
It's got the power, it's got the poke.
It's got the power, it's got the poke, and it's got the looks. And it's got the style.
Now, what about the most important test on this car? Your dear wife. Is this a car that she would be happy with?
It's got lots of chrome.
So
it gets a definite thumbs up.
She'd be content on a Sunday morning, out there, getting the chrome work nice and shiny.
Yes, she would be.
When British Motor Corporation bought Triumph and Jaguar, they reworked the technically advanced Triumph 1300, giving it a more powerful 1850cc engine and a sportier front and rear. The result arrived in 1972, called the Triumph Dolomite. During its life, there were many Dolomite variants, from the base 1300 to the rapid and highly desirable Sprint. All had a reputation of excellent fit and finish. So, what does the Triumph Dolomite have to offer to Mark? Well, it's not as practical as the Maxi, but it will seat 4 adults and all their luggage in reasonable comfort. And with power on the Dolomite going to the rear wheels, it makes for a sportier drive. Like the Maxi, it's cheap, simple and easy to maintain, which I'm sure will appeal to Mark. Dolomite prices start at around £100 for a rough 1500, up to about £3,500 for a highly desirable Sprint model in very good condition. With £1,000, Mark should get a decent 1500, but since he's not afraid of getting his hands dirty, we'd suggest he went for a shabbier but more powerful 1850, just like the one we have here. So let's find out what Mark thinks about the Dolomite.
Well, Mark, I kind of get the impression that you're quite keen on this car.
There's something about it.
I thought there was, the way you were driving it. Yeah, I could just tell.
The seats are comfortable, the driving position's comfortable. Even though it's an automatic, it responds well. Yeah. It's got the style, the wood's wood. It's got something about it, the character.
Plus also, I guess, the fact that this is half the price of the Maxi.
Exactly.
£1,000.
Exactly.
We'll buy you this.
And as a Triumph, you don't like to say it, but it's a better mark.
Yes, yes. Bit better class of car.
Yes.
Not that you want to be snobby about it.
Oh no, definitely not.
Heaven forbid.
Oh, as if I'd do such a thing.
So that's 2 cars out of the way. You've driven the Maxi, you've driven the Dolomite now.
Yeah.
I kind of get the impression of which of those 2 you prefer, but there's one more still to drive.
Right.
So we don't want a decision yet.
Okay.
We want to know that in part 2 of Used Car Heaven.